Lid. I'll see if I can get this in the can.
All right. Hello.
Oh, I guess not. It's
Testing,
lighter than I
testing.
expected. Welcome to the Millbrook Railroad.
Yeah, that'll get put in the blooper reel. All right. Actually, you could say that in the video too. I'll introduce you, and then you can just say, "Welcome to the Millbrook Railroad."
What's up, guys? This is Heiss.
What's going on, everybody? FutureRail Productions here. I'm with.
Millbrook Railroad. Hey, welcome to the Millbrook Railroad. Well, actually, this is Mill Creek Central.
Exactly. So we're here over the weekend for the summer meet. It's Father's Day tomorrow. I'm probably going to go home tomorrow, maybe, I don't know. But I got a couple questions here I'd like to ask Aaron of the Millbrook Railroad. So we're going to ask him some questions, find a little more about his life and why he got started in the hobby to begin with. Well, specifically the live steam hobby. So,
Live steam hobby.
yeah. Aaron, what were you like as a kid?
Annoying.
Annoying? Okay.
I was an annoying little foamer.
All right. That's
I
fair.
had Steamtown nearby. How could I not be an annoying little foamer?
A furloloquist or something like that.
I used to watch. Old Canadian Pacific G5's triple head.
Jeep 5s?
G5s.
G5s.
1246, 1278, and 1293.
Okay. I've never heard of those kinds of engines.
They're Pacifics.
Oh. Oh, they're...
Two of them are at Aged Steam Roundhouse in Coshocton. One of them is in the Railroad Museum of New England.
Oh. Okay.
The old Steamtown USA collection.
Oh, okay. So it's the one in Bellows Falls, not the one
That
in...
was Bellows Falls, yes.
Bellows Falls, not... Yeah, okay. What did you want to become when you were a kid?
Either a DJ or a locomotive engineer.
Any specific why to a locomotive engineer? I mean, obviously the steam engine would
Well,
be...
the locomotive engineer is the rock star of the train, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
Okay.
Of course the locomotive engineer, you want to drive the thing.
All right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. What was the spark that got you into the live steam hobby?
Donald Duck.
Okay, I don't think many of my viewers understand that reference, so why don't you give them a little back?
You'll have to go online on YouTube. There's this, I think it's on YouTube. It's called Out of Scale. It's a Donald Duck cartoon.
I think I've seen that one.
Yes, it's where Donald Duck rides what was actually an animated version of Walt Disney's Lily Bell and Train.
Oh, okay.
And he was moving trees and anything that was out of scale for his backyard railroad.
Yeah. If you guys haven't checked it out, there is a book called Walt Disney's Railroad, I think.
There is.
Yeah.
It's a good book. Read it.
Yeah. I have it. I have a signed copy at home by, oh God, what's his name that wrote it?
I don't remember who wrote it.
Oh, yeah.
It is a good book, though.
If I remember, I'll put it down in the screen, at the bottom of the screen. All right.
Watch him forget.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That's my luck. If you had a time machine, what railroad would you go to see in its golden age, and why?
I don't think I would. Because now is always the best time.
If I had to pick, it would probably be the Denver and Rio Grande San Juan extension.
Okay, if you're going to go back that far, well, maybe the White River Valley Railroad in Vermont. But
What is the White River Valley?
the White River Valley Railroad was a little railroad. I forget how many miles. Not very many. Maybe 15, 20 miles. Went from Rochester, Vermont to Bethel, Vermont. In Rochester, Vermont, it connected to a logging railroad that came down out of the hills, and in Bethel, it connected to the Central Vermont Railway.
Yeah. Okay. And the Central Vermont did that get abandoned, or is that like?
No, the Central Vermont became New England Central Railroad, which is Genesee and Wyoming property,
Ah. Okay.
or the Borg, as we call it.
The board. All right. Who is your inspiration? I guess for the hobby.
Well, for the hobby, a lot of inspirations: Dick McCloy, Mike McClure, Curly Lawrence,
Walt Disney.
Carl Purington,
Yeah.
Charles Purington, the Puringtons. Walt Disney, not so much. Not that I disliked him, but he just wasn't an inspiration. Didn't discover that that Walt Disney's actual train was basically modeled in that old cartoon from so many years ago until many, many years later.
Right.
So, yeah, Walt Disney wasn't quite an inspiration for the hobby as I see it now, but it was an early inspiration.
All right. What got you started building the ES2 500 locomotives? Are they kind of like the second generation of the Mr. Motion shifter kits in a way? And how many have you built so far?
They're not exactly a second generation of a Mr. Motion. They're bigger in every dimension. They're sprung differently. They're inspired by the same thing that inspired the Mr. Motion shifter.
Okay. And why don't you tell the story of that? Well, like where the shifter came from?
Well, the Mr. Motion shifter came from a locomotive called the NB1, or the new B1, on the Island Pond Railroad in New Hampshire, and the design of that locomotive was published online and can still be found. And you can download the design and make your own engine just like that one, and use it as a platform. It's open source, so you can do whatever you want with it. And so I did.
But like what? So how many of the ES2 500s have you built so far then?
I've built 4 so far.
4? I thought you
4.
built more.
No, I built 4.
Okay. 4 of them. And including my custom that he literally just did for me. We just finished up late last night.
That's not including that one. That's not an ES2 500.
Well,
that's a Mr. Motion shifter.
Right. Okay. But yeah. Okay.
Built to an ES2 500 style.
Right.
There are a number of things that
are different.
That are different.
Yeah, but you put a lot of ES2 500 components into it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a hybrid, I guess.
Kind of a hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are certain things that could be compatible between a shifter and a ES2 500 if you squint real hard and you
exactly
close one eye and yeah.
Well, okay. Any funny or interesting stories from the hobby?
More than you can fit in this video.
Well, anyone that particularly stands out.
Like what part of the hobby do you want to?
I mean, I don't know, just maybe like a derailment that just happened in such a way that it was extremely funny of how it happened.
I mean, like, let's see. Well, let's see. There was the time I learned how to load a train, and how not to load a train, and how much not to put on your train. 200-pound locomotive, 3.5% grade. Let's set this up. 5 cars full of cement blocks. So, if I remember correctly, it was a 7,200-pound train with a 200-pound locomotive.
This ought to go well.
It might have gone well, but as soon as I started rolling down the grade, the skies opened up and it started pouring. And there was already no turning back, so we just went for a ride towards the end of the track rather quickly, and buried the pilot in the ballast. And the guy who was with me was a former Rock Island conductor, and he was just as rattled as I was.
Yeah, I would probably, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of hoping for maybe like a Kenosha Pass incident or something.
Well, that's the closest I got.
Except you weren't drunk.
No, I don't drink, so that's one of the reasons why I don't drink. Because of things like Kenosha Pass. Yeah, we don't do Kenosha stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Do you speak any other languages?
No, 9 yet. No, none.
Do you want to learn any new ones?
Well, I used to learn. I used to know French, but it was Quebecois French, and nobody understood me, so I stopped.
All right. Let's see here. What do you want to say to those who are just getting started into the hobby? You got any advice for them?
Start. Don't wait until you're retired. Just do it. You want to do this hobby? Do you want to do a hobby or not? It's a hobby. You just
Like, I mean, do you...
you take care of things, of course.
Right. I mean, like, do you
Take
want to, like...
budget.
I mean, yeah, budget, and I guess, you know, build what you're comfortable with?
You need a hobby. Everybody needs a hobby. It's kind of it's a sanity necessity. If you don't have a hobby, you go nuts. You got to de-stress. So, you know, get a hobby, ride it hard. That's with any hobby, and with this hobby,
Just don't put it into the ditch.
you can put it in a ditch all you want. You just pick it up and fix it when you're done.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So you went into the ditch. So what? Trains go off the track all the time, every day,
Mm.
and then they go back on too.
Yeah, there was an incident yesterday. They were running the steam engine here, and they were going full tilt out of the yard, and either the last car or the gondola on the end basically jumped the track, going straight towards, like, on the wrong end of the division, and then the force of it going just so fast just yanked it back onto the rail, and it just scraped up the top of the rail.
Put itself back on.
Yeah,
Good.
pretty much.
Pulled a Wamata.
And what would you like to be remembered about?
I don't know. I never thought of that. So
I mean, you don't want to know you be known for, like, someone who actually builds a decent locomotive for once. I mean, I've seen, like, a lot of, you know, I mean, he's retired, Mr. Motion. You know, over time, I noticed that my engine was having its problems, and the fact that Aaron has gone above and beyond to make me personally happy is just an honor to, like...
that's called customer service.
Yeah, it's called customer service, but yeah.
You do it for anybody.
Yeah, exactly. But it just feels like I have gotten more out of this experience than I have when I first got my engine. I will say that much.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please check out Millbrook Road if you want to drop your socials. Go ahead.
Yeah, millbrookrailroad.com. Patreon is patreon.com/millbrookrailroad. We also have Discord. You can get to it through Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And YouTube membership. You know, there's also that too. I was a member, but, you know, bills happen. So
Yes, bills. Take care of bills. If you're short on bills and you're a member of a YouTube channel or supporting something like that on a Patreon, it's not a problem if you drop it.
yeah, not a problem at all.
Take care of what you need to take care of first.
There's some advice. There you go.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm FutureRail Productions, signing off.